about that long, or a baseball bat, they're going to be setting up how to use it like a baseball bat, because that's what most people that are untrained are the most familiar with, is they're going to try and put that thing right in your breadbasket, knock your wind out of you, or maybe break your ribs or something like that. Hopefully they're not swinging at your head. Same technique either way. She's coming round the side to try and strike me. I'm going to enter first. You get close to her, because there's a lot more force out here than there is right here. If she hits me with the stick right here, it might sting a little if she's real strong, but not like it is if it's out here. So that's the first thing I want to do, is enter into the swing and lead it. So if she's moving around, I'm going to move around this circle too. And I just want to just enter and block her swing with my body. I want to overextend her. She's thinking that when she swings this at me, it's going to land right here, and that's going to be the end of the blow. Maybe it'll sink through a little bit. Maybe I'll crumple. And she'll maybe move a couple inches past right here, right here. So I want to really overextend her by, first of all, getting inside the swing. That's going to take me out of a lot of danger. 2, I need to move in the direction that her swing is going, thereby stealing it of a lot of its momentum. So she's going to come and swing. I'm going to enter. At this point, I've got my hands pretty close here. All right? I'm going to come after I've come in. Now, you don't want to stick my hands out here like this or stick my fingers out like this, because if I miss, break. Not good. All right? So you come in with this first hand first. You come in kind of like so. Once you've got it here, you can flip right over and catch that. Then you can come out and take this end of the stick. We're still moving in a circle. I'm going to take this over her head. She don't know. Entering in, leading. I'm going to go over her head. Hopefully she lets go of the stick. Now I've got it. Another principle here is that she's got her grip real choked up on one end. So I come in here and I take this. I'm going to go out here. I'm not going to reach right in here and tighten. I want more of the stick than she has. If we're both gripping with both hands, and I have more stick than she does, and neither of us have our wrists twisted one way or the other, I'm probably in more control of the stick than her, or the Jo. Baseball bat, lead pipe, broomstick, whatever you can think of. I'm going to take this over her head. Again, not using strength, using this end of the Jo. This hand's just the pivot. The front hand's the pivot. The back hand is what's doing the work, and it's leverage. It's not about out-muscling you. It's about being able to use your tool to its fullest effect. So, coming in here, leading, grasping, coming out here, going over her head. See, those of you who do Aikido, this should look pretty familiar. Even though it uses both arms, it's basically Shihonage. Very, very similar. At this point, you've obviously got lots of options, since you know how to Jo, and they are on the ground. Running might be a good plan to try and get away from having to do anybody any lasting damage, and or getting in trouble for beating someone up with a stick, Jo, pipe, baseball bat, or whatever. thing. Whose balance is better? Who's got more stick? Okay? So there's lots of things you can do here. I can come back down and just go like so. I can go around the other way. I have more of the Joe. I'm upright. He's a little bit bent over. One thing I found in working a lot of these techniques is if somebody holds on, maybe they don't move exactly perfectly, that if you can get them bent over a little bit and you drive the end of the Joe to the ground, they either have to let go or they generally fall, like he just did. So one more time. The key here is I'm making myself safe by moving inside of this swing. He grabs on like that. Again. Lots of options there before me. Lots of options. We just have to practice, 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 and be aware of these contingencies. A teacher once told me that to learn 10,000 techniques, practice one technique 10,000 times. There's a lot to that. Because it's never going to be the same. Even if you practice the same uke over and over and over again, it's never going to be exactly the same. Maybe the wind blows from a different direction. Anything could make it different. Maybe his toes stubbed that day. Who knows? Everything, little tiny factors will make it different. Maybe he decides he wants to spin out. That's okay. The nature of Aikido, at least, which is the art most familiar to this sensei, is that somebody could move in a way that's completely contrary to how you want them to in the middle of the throw. You have to be versatile enough and have an understanding of your repertoire enough to see that when they've moved and braced themselves against your throw, that they've probably left themselves completely open to some other type of throw. And you just have to train to be able to see it. I'm sure judo people are excellent at this. They're trained at that sort of, oh, do you think I'm going to trip you here? Actually, I'm going over here. With the Jo, with Aikido techniques, it's all the same. It doesn't make any difference. So, I was just illustrating that because he had an interesting question. What if I spin out? There's still things you can do. Did I do the same thing to you every single time that you spun out? No. Why? Because he spun out slightly different every time. That brings me to another point about being in uke. And sometimes it's good to give a bit of resistance or fight against someone, but especially if the technique is new and fresh for you both, it's your job as an uke to help them feel like what it feels like when they do it, if they were to get it perfect. And as they get more understanding of the technique, maybe then you can try juking to the side a little bit or resisting a little bit more to help them gain a better understanding of that.